Introducing PubCoin. PubCoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into PubCoins. PubCoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Your membership to Gold, you will be automatically entered in every horse race, every Wednesday and Friday. It is time to race horses. We are racing camels today.
Shout out to the Gold members. We're racing in San Antonio immediately here. And we're off. 2 minutes, 74 canals on this racetrack. It's wide. We're racing in San Antonio.
Matt Wally moving forwardly. Jeff Slaughter in the mix as well. And as is Randall Sheffield, who's put that beautiful nose out front.
But it's actually real grass here, Jimmy. Maybe Kentucky bluegrass. Oldie, no! There he goes. Oldie in the lead now. K. Wolf falls back. The horses love it. Sometimes they stop and eat it on the way to the finish line. That's why your horses start so far in the back. Here. Oh, look at Nussflush Allen bursting out here. J-Dub in the mix. Rude Boy up here as well. Jimmy, take it away.
There's Oldie. Oldie is moving to the front. We are past the halfway mark in our 2 mile. And there's Ricky Levy.
Oh my goodness, he's in the mix here. Jimmy, take it home. This is our first dog race ever.
19 seconds left in the horse race here. It's Fernando Mendoza trying to find the wire. 14 seconds left. Can Fernando Mendoza take this home? Here comes Kenny Can. Kenny Can wants a piece of the pie. Put his schnoz up front. Ricky Bobby, 9 seconds left. Can Donut Silks make a run? Can Res Mall make a run to be $50?
You son of a bitch!
Here comes Tori Coker. Kenny Can, Smoke and Mirrors, Director 97. Home. That is the way. Here comes Jason Meyer, the Eldorado Custodian, Billy Friedrich. Joe's one all coming down to the finish.
Coin! Nowhere!
Oh no! Fanatical Jim!
From the Corker Peter Loshak, legendary sports handicapper, more dapper than a Dom. Father young phenom, known as Jimmy, who declared one day that the bag was here to stay. Information like a PSA, when we all PSR, Pub Sports Radio, bizarre. Is a man named Slaughter and he flipped the script. No competition in this they quit the trip. But we say we be pubbing, better with the bag and you love it. We want it top 10, we above it. Let's check.
Pub Sports Radio. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Pub Sports Radio. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is Thanksgiving week. Thankful for you. And I'm thankful for the comments section and Jose Bouquett. Those are the first two things that come to mind. It's November 25th, where we got a small slate of NBA Cup games. We're going to talk about those. It'll be fun. We got one NHL game. Yes, we're going to talk about that. We got a whole bunch of college basketball games. Half of them didn't have overnight lines, so we'll talk about as many of those or some of those with Dabby Cab and Billy Brisbane and Justin McKelvey and everyone. And we're also going to talk about the two college football games tonight in the MAC. A very interesting one, big-time one with Western Michigan, and then a hilarious one with Bowling Green and UMass. We'll talk about those. We're going to have a good time. I've set my alarm here for 12:45 Eastern time just because I want to catch the closing lines for the first two Champions League, UEFA Champions League games that are going today. I'm posting live soccer bets in the Discord for Pub Sports Radio, and, that's a little bit crazy, but overall positive. Soccer is crazy because it's a very weighted coin flip type deal. One goal, you need one goal, one extra goal can change a loss into a win. They have half goals, but I'm doing that in the Discord, and we're going to have a good show. That's my point. Let me just quickly glance the comment section for about 15 seconds, and then we'll welcome Billy and Justin in, and we're going to start right in with NBA. We're going to keep a brisk pace today. I got to post this on Twitter. Oh, God, I got to find it. Here we go. Sorry, hold on a second. All right, here we go. Where's the comment section? There's Justin. There's everyone there. All right, Robert McCormick. Shout out to everyone. All right, we're gonna get this done, and we're gonna have a good show here. Let me just move everything around. Let me get Twitter up so that I can post a link to the show while we're covering the first NBA game. And my overall record in these, I'm up in every sport that we cover here: NBA, NHL. College football, college basketball, everything. So we'll see if we can continue it. But of course, I couldn't do it. Most of what I do in NBA is capping the cappers, and we have two of the all-time best at that joining us to talk about the three NBA games today. Everyone, welcome to the show, Justin McKelvey and Billy Brisbane. You guys are there? You guys backstage, right?
Bang, bang. Stacks. 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 Stacks, 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 stacks,
stacks. All right, great to see you guys. Three interesting games. Of course, these are NBA Cup games today, so that can change things a little bit as far as motivation is concerned, and we're going to talk about it. And while we're talking about the first game, I am going to post this in Twitter so that we can get everyone in the comments section to help us break all this stuff down. All right, you guys ready to start?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go. First game on the card, Atlanta and Washington. Now, Atlanta, last four games, Trae Young is still out, not so good after five straight up and ATS wins without him. They have won two in a row straight up, though, but, 1-3 ATS last four. And then Washington, still just one straight up win on the year. And most of the season, they were also losing ATS, but they have covered two of their last three. So maybe they're making adjustments. The market isn't catching up. I don't know. They're a huge underdog here. First line I saw was getting 9.5 points and, total 236 or so. And, before I hear what you guys have to say, if someone offered me a free play, I'd probably chuck it on the over. And as far as the side is concerned, I have absolutely friggin' no clue what to exactly to expect from Washington here. Let's see what Justin and Billy have to say. Justin, McKelvey, what do you think? Is 9.5 too many points or not enough?
Well, only because I was coming on here on Tuesdays, which I decided to cap the Hawks games. I usually don't cap them, but there was only 3 games, so it really wasn't hard for me. The Hawks is 1-1 in a cup game so far. Never even looked up the Wizards, so I don't know what their record is. I'm assuming they don't got no win. So when I look at this, I looked at the total, and I didn't know to watch the Wizards as slow as pace as they play. I didn't know if they was going to help me out with the full game over. And the Hawks, being that they got 1 win and 1 loss in this cup game, I feel like that the win margin is going to have to be crucial for them. They do play a little bit of defense ever since Trae's been gone. So that's another reason why I didn't think the Wizards would help me out with the team total. But with the win margin and this being a cup game, I'm on Atlanta Hawks team total over 124.5. Got that at -110.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. Washington, do they have a cup win or not? I don't know, but on the NBA year, they only have just one straight up win on the year. This is a bad team. At some point, I guess They're going to, this happens all the time with the worst teams in sports. They make adjustments to get a little bit better. The market doesn't catch up, and they have some betting value. You see it a lot in hockey. You definitely see it in NBA. You tend to see it later on in the year in the NBA. But I don't know. Billy Brisbane, what's your take on this one? The line has moved up, I see, now to 10.5.
Yeah, it feels like eventually these losses for the Wizards would bother them. I mean, they looked more competitive in their last game, 1 point loss versus Chicago in their last one. Atlanta, though, I thought they've looked really good without Trae Young. Without Trae Young, they've gone 9-4, won 7 of their last 9. Jalen Johnson continues to be the most crucial piece to this team. I think Washington's biggest problem is while they've helped their guard play, adding people throughout free agency and stuff like that, and it's helped their scoring totals, they're just very thin in the front court here. I thought this line would be higher, to be honest with you. I think this line's parlayable. If this wasn't a cup game, maybe I wouldn't be more willing to back Atlanta here. But I mean, I think Atlanta should be able to rout them. It feels like everybody in this group here has been using the Wizards as a stepping stone, and I don't think Atlanta's going to be any different here. I think Atlanta routs them here in this one. This is the first leg of a 2-leg parlay for me.
Yeah, I love that term, stepping stone. I love that term. It's so poetic. I hear you. I mean, I don't think I have the balls to take Atlanta here just because it's so many points. I'd be leaning under. Let's see. Over. I'd be leaning over. Where's the let me just check to see where God, I have all the Champions League sheets up here. So no move on the total at all. 236.5.
To me, it just feels like a 127, 106 type game. Just feels like somewhere in that area. And I'm not, y'all know I'm a Hawks fan. I got Hawks futures. So I just need them to win every game until they get to 48.
Right.
So, but laying so many points, I don't ever want to lay this many points. I don't care who we're playing, but the Wizards, they deserve it. But if this wasn't a cup game and I was coming on here, I wouldn't even have capped this game. But then when I dug more into it, if the Hawks care, I feel like they should care. They could use the money to do something with their life. So I just feel like that 125 points ain't much to ask. When y'all need to win margin. Only winning them in one margin is play defense and score points.
Yeah. No, you're right. Is there any way this game goes over, but the Atlanta team total doesn't go over? I mean, yeah, but that's a hard thing to imagine.
I think it'd be unlikely. If you look at the only reason why I don't want to bet them by margin here is because if you look at East Group A, man, Toronto's got that shit locked up. I don't think Atlanta could beat them by. I mean, they're not mathematically out, but I just don't see how they would make it to the next, how they would win the group. The Raptors' last game in the group is against the Pacers. They already have Group A clinched up. I just don't I think Atlanta wins this game, but I don't think it's really that important for them to win by margin. If you look at the Wizards have played a lot more competitively. The sports books know that the Wizards are one of the worst teams in the league, and they're being priced so accordingly, and they're kind of backdoor covering these spreads. They backdoor covered that line against Minnesota, 109-120. They covered a 16.5-point line. They got blown out by Toronto, 110-140, and then they bounced back at Chicago, and that was a 12.5-point spread, and they should have won that basketball game.
Yeah, that was my I asked myself, when I wrote it down before I bet it, how can I lose this game? And that's funny that you said that, because that's part of my way I lose this bet is that Atlanta don't care about the cup being that they in there with Toronto. And Toronto, I think they already qualified for what's the next round called?
The playoffs?
No, it's got a little, I don't know, some little cute little name to it. It's called, when they advance to I forget what, it'll come to me. But then I looked at it even if they don't care, you could accidentally walk into 125 points against this Wizards team.
Oh, 100%. I think they win this game outright. It's just we were talking about the spreads and 10.5. You got to analyze all the angles when you're backing a big spread like that. It's not like you're asking the team to win outright. If you need a little money line parlay piece to mix in with some college basketball, I mean, it's there for the taking.
Yeah, geez, listen to what you guys are saying. I'm thinking like over Hawks team total over and Wizards plus the points might be decent. Let's look at what the comment section has to say here. If anything, Barry Smith says Hawk spot. Man, this sucks how everyone their usernames have changed and it's really hard to read
Yeah,
it.
why,
What the
why,
hell's
why they
going
start
on?
doing that?
That happened to everyone?
Yeah, like I don't even know why they doing that. Like
I don't
Yeah.
like it either. Like I'm
it's
seeing
definitely
shouts
a
to Wine
YouTube.
Time Sports. He says it
Exactly.
says Wine Time 8477. It's like
Yeah,
come on.
exactly.
Yeah, like they
Shouts to
got a
Wine Time.
number after my name. That made me want to make a troll account.
I mean, what is this? Yeah.
I don't
I'm
know
like,
what it is, but it's not just pub sports stuff. So
yeah. I'm like, who the hell is Wine Time Sports 847? Oh, it's Wine Time. Oh, it's Wine Time. Shout out Wine
come
Time.
on, Pete.
Shout out Wine Time. Shout out Wine Time. Wow. My
Pete,
God.
you
Look at
really
that.
ain't know that, Pete?
What?
You really ain't know that?
No, I'm kidding around. I'm kidding around.
I don't think you was.
But there you go. Res Mob 1. I know who that is. That's Res Mob. All right, there's a nice one. Man. Okay. All right. I guess I'm gonna pass here, although I think you're right that it just feels like Atlanta team total over one way, although I would not take a minus the points. I would not take a minus the points. All right.
125 points is fat though.
Yeah, it's just a lot.
It is.
So many things can happen.
You can't
All right,
have
let's move on.
no quarter that go bad for you.
All right, let's move on. Next one, Orlando, Philly. Now this one, I don't know. Orlando off a straight up an ATS loss at Boston, but before that they have been great. Of course, 9-3 ATS. Their last 12 before that, and Philly just slumping. They're off a home loss to Miami. They've now lost 4 of their last 5 ATS by decent margins, and Philly's just banged up. We know that their roster, like half the roster, 3/4 of the roster is like playing through injuries and stuff. They're just kind of banged up. And Orlando is, lost to Boston, which we can forgive them for, I guess. But they're a pretty impressive team in general. And it was a very low spread, I guess. The first one I saw was Orlando, just -1. And so I was thinking, I know Orlando is not as great on the road, 3-5 straight up, 4-4 ATS on the road this year. But I don't know. I was thinking maybe Orlando, maybe over. What do you guys think? Billy Brisbane, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, East Group B is starting to heat up here. The Sixers 0-2, but not mathematically out. Their last 2 games are against Orlando and Brooklyn. And then if you look at Orlando, they're a little bit more in a comfortable position. They're sitting at 2-0 with a +20 point differential. Their last games in their group is against Philadelphia and Detroit. So both teams have a lot to play for. This is basically an elimination game for Philly. Philadelphia could either put themselves right back into the running, or they can put themselves right back out of this. Because we're chalking up the Brooklyn win as a double-digit win, right? If we're chalking up the Brooklyn one as a double-digit win, then this would be the elimination game. And then for Detroit, they could set themselves up perfectly for a win and not give a fuck what happens in that Detroit game. If they win this game tonight for Orlando, that could possibly secure their spot as well. But that's just like an overview look of where both teams are at in the standings. Orlando's been in better form, winning 7 of their last 10 games, but I think they're a little bit more vulnerable on the road, losing 3 of their last 4 on the road. More of Wendell Carter being out has left them a little bit thin in the front court, and that already includes Paolo being out. The Sixers have Edgecombe out of the lineup, but I don't think it's going to be as big as a problem as it looks like on the surface. They got Paul George back, and he's kind of looked good in this complementary role. They're not asking him to be like Paul George of old. They're asking him to be a spot-up shooter, and he's been doing it at a pretty good rate. Maxey can definitely get it going in this spot. Orlando allows 3rd most points per game to point guards. If you look at some of the big star name point guards in the last week and a half, Curry, Brunson, Harden, they all had 30-plus point games against Orlando Magic. Some of Orlando's results don't seem repeatable. They're getting big bench scoring. It feels like every time Orlando wins a game or comes close to a game, there's somebody having a career night off the bench. I backed Orlando last week, and it was like Anthony Black having a career game. Chet Howard from Michigan had a career game in his last game off the bench. Philadelphia won the previous head-to-head meeting. That could definitely throw a caveat into this. But I like the Philadelphia team total over 113.5. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in this game, and I think Philadelphia is live to win this one outright. The only thing that's making me hesitant of betting the Sixers pre-flop is that we show up for 3 out of 4 quarters. There is one quarter that makes it perfect for like live betting scenarios where you can always catch the Sixers at like +5.5, +6.5 at one point throughout a game. And that's probably what I'm going to do. Pre-flop bet, though, would be team total over for the Sixers. And I also like Tyrese Maxey, 30-plus points. The first meeting between these two teams reached 260 points. Each of Orlando's last 5 games have gone over the total. They've allowed the second most points to the point guard position. Maxey had 43 points on 32 shot attempts in the first meeting. Orlando gives up the 4th most fast break points per game. So that's where a lot of Maxey's scoring really thrives from. And then the other player props that I like for the Orlando side was Franz Wagner, over 28.5 points and assists. He's gone over his line in 3 out of his last 4 head-to-head meetings versus Philadelphia. Philadelphia's 21st against a small forward position. And then you mix in no Edgecombe, no Oubre. He's been averaging 30.7 points and assists without Paolo in the lineup. And then deep dive would be Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane's best scoring number this year has came against the Sixers. And then the only other Sixer one that I would look at is Justin Edwards, sneakily, 7.5 points, -122, 2 plus 3-pointers, +142. A lot of people shit on about Kelly Oubre not being in the lineup, but Justin Edwards is a great replacement, hometown kid from the city of Philadelphia. He's going to be playing power forward tonight, and he'll probably get some shot attempts out there.
All right. Great breakdown, Billy Brisbane. Yeah, I was leaning over myself. It's gone up. It's now 229.5. It has moved up to about 2 or 2.5 in favor of Orlando. I'll make first half over 117.5 -118 official right now. Justin McKelvey, what's your take on this one? The total's gone up, and the line has moved a little bit in Orlando's favor since I first saw it.
I don't know. I feel like y'all killed that. Y'all said everything I was going to say.
Yeah.
And when I look at it, I'm on the over. I got over 228.5 -110. I got that this morning. And I look at it like just everything y'all said that the Sixers they ain't technically out of it. They out of it, but mathematically they're not. And with Orlando being 2-0, I feel like they want to win this just to say they accomplished something, give them a boost for this season. And they're coming off a blowout loss to the Boston Celtics on the road. But before that blowout loss, that was a bad spot for them. But before that, the last 4 games before that, they was 4-0 ATS. So it's not like this is the Orlando team that sucked in the beginning of the year that Adam Rod told everybody they suck. I still think they suck. But I think that before, like that Boston game was an outlier. Like they got blown out. Jaylen Brown went crazy. But before that, they were doing all right. They covered on the road against the Rockets. Then they beat the piss out the Knicks. So I feel like this Orlando team is turning around. So over 228 points. Excuse me, over 228.5 points -110. I just feel like they're gonna get a big effort from Orlando. It's a revenge game. They beat them. They beat them by double. Almost, I think I want to say double digits the first time. Sixers beat the Magic. Like he said, it was 260 points scored. So I don't know. If I had to pick a side, I'd probably be on the other side of Brizzy. I would take a look at the revenge and want to go 3-0 in the cup. I would be on the Magic. I wouldn't want to lay 2.5. So if I bet it, I would be looking on the opposite of Brizzy. I would hope that the Sixers come out with a lead and maybe I get a Magic +100, something like that. But I ain't got no conviction. I haven't bet it. I'm probably not going to, but I am on the over 228.5 -110.
All right, nice.
Yeah, I think the revenge factor. I think the revenge factor kind of prohibits your pre-flop action to be like an over or a team total over. I think the Sixers are going to try to go out swinging tonight, like regardless of like the result of the game. Like we could fuck around and lose this game 122-117, and people be mad as hell that they bet the Sixers on the money line, and you could have just had a free over ticket.
Yeah, Billy, let me answer. Go ahead.
Plus, I'm stopping the ad revenge. I look into it, but this revenge thing, I'm starting to think it's starting to be overrated. Like teams,
100%.
It can't just be your only cap. And I'm saying that because that used to be a main part of my cap. Like, oh shit, revenge factor, blowout, like sign me up. But there's more to that because the game, even though it was a bad spot for Orlando, they just had revenge against the Celtics when they got blown out. So revenge ain't everything.
Yeah.
It's
I
gotta
think
be.
the problem with the Orlando Magic of like you're laying all right, so it's like people weren't trying to lay points or bet the Magic without Paulo out. Then they started winning games without Paulo out, and it was like, all right, well, I don't want to lay points with the Orlando Magic. And now you're adding in Wendell Carter being out. It's like, how many more injuries are they gonna have where it starts stockpiling? And it's like their front court is thin as hell, man. Goga Patase is their starting center. They had Orlando Robinson as their starting center. That's why they got blown out by Boston. Franz Wagner had a great game. It was like the front court problems are an ongoing issue for the Orlando Magic, and that's something that might be a big problem for them for like later on when it gets deeper into the season because Wendell Carter's not your answer, man. Like that's not it. And I think with him being out, that kind of opens up Philadelphia to be live in this game. Like I think that's the reason why the total keeps on going up. You're taking off the best defensive player on the Orlando Magic damn near because Jonathan Isaac can't play more than 15 minutes in a basketball game.
I think Suggs gonna be in too.
Suggs got to put the headband from his neck to his head for me to care about him a little bit more.
I don't know.
Jalen Suggs. Nah, Jalen Suggs is the biggest fumble of all time. I mean, if you fumble Haley Van Lith, I can't fuck with you, man.
Suggs play, Gonzaga play tonight. Like, I don't know. Maybe parlay Gonzaga and Jalen Suggs type shit.
Gonzaga's. We'll get into it, but Gonzaga's been a good cash cow. That was good money.
Like,
Yesterday,
maybe it's a little Gonzaga type thing. Just throwing it out there because Suggs coming back. So.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, capping the cappers, I definitely think my initial thought on the over was probably a nice way to go, and then. This might be a great game to look out for live betting. You know, Billy talks about how Philly doesn't show up for one quarter. Probably either team, if either team is down by 10 at the half, maybe take them in the second half. All right, it's just kind of weird because Bill, you are great at reading these NBA markets. The line seemed a little bit low to me. If I saw Philly +1, so then I was like, if I'm sitting here and now it's Philly -1.5, I'd be like, oh, that's telling you everything you need to know. But it didn't. It went the other way, right?
I think it's the revenge factor. I feel like I don't know. It's just like a hard pressed market of like there isn't really too much tug, but the bigger bets are coming in are Orlando Magic, sure. So they're gonna shade it half a point to the Orlando Magic, but depending on the injury news report for the Sixers, that could just go back down to 2.
All right, and in the meantime, in the comments section, Ronnie Crawford, NBA Play of the Day is Atlanta. There you go. Don't overthink it. Now you got Ron Crawford, NBA Play of the Day, on your side. He says Atlanta needs to win big to get a wild card slot. Man, that Atlanta team total over. Justin McKelvey. That might be the way to go on that one. Let's see.
I think that's the move.
Yeah, because the game could easily soar over and Atlanta wins by 8, but their team total, goes over. And Ron Crawford likes Benfica and Galatasaray over 3 in Champions League. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I can talk about that. I won't take up any time right now, but we can talk about that maybe a little bit more. And all right, let's move on. Last game on the card, another interesting one: Clippers and the Lakers. Lakers, of course, again off another straight up win, but this one was an ATS loss at Utah. Overall, though, they continue to be great. 11-5 ATS on the year for the Lakers, under in 4 of their last 5, but those were, mostly on the road. They're actually 6-0 to the over at home. And now the Clippers, 2-4 straight up last 6, but 4-2 ATS in those. Now they get Kawhi Leonard back. He returned in their last game. It was a straight up an ATS loss, but of course he's going to help them, in upcoming games and weeks. Exactly how much, I'm not sure. Will that turn him into a good undervalued team to bet on? I'm not exactly sure. Justin McKelvey, what do you think? First line I saw was Lakers -5.5. Total was 228.5, and I was just thinking, Lakers at home, take another over. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, I was all over the place. I do got to play, and I first was looking at the over, and I seen that the Lakers at home is like 5-0, 6-0 to the over,
Yep.
and they're playing ball right now. Like LeBron and come back, seemed like he ain't miss a beat, but he ain't playing no defense. He just sitting down one end of the court. So, and then this Clippers team, you get Kawhi back. This the second game back. He put up 20 against the Cavaliers, I think it was, in his first game back. So I think that this is an automatic like get up spot. And I don't know, I'm on the Clippers. I'm on the Clippers best number you could get.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of want to sprinkle the money line, but I'm not. That'll piss me off. But I don't know. I just think this Clippers team because what's his name? DeAndre not gonna be in there. DeAndre Ayton not gonna be in there. So I expect the Clippers to get all the rebounds. I expect Kawhi to go over his points total. I just throw back Harden. I don't know what's been going on with him, but maybe he on that stuff. But he's balling right now. I think if nothing else, this Clippers team is gonna get up and play this Lakers team, and they're gonna get all the boards. What's his name? Zubac. That's his name. I couldn't think of. Zubac should clean up all the boards, but I know DeAndre Ayton in there. And I don't know. I would just look at I just like the Clippers. Whatever number you can give me, I'll take it. But as far as props wise, I would look at Luka. He loved to kill the Clippers. I would look at Kawhi Leonard over his points. Got to look at Austin Reeves some type of way. So, but official bet, I'm on the Clippers. Best number you can get.
Yeah, that sounds good. Talking about the Galatasaray game, it starts in 15 minutes. I agree with you on the over, and I actually bet USG first half, and I think that USG to score is probably a good bet as well. Yeah, this line has gone up now. It's up to about 6 or 6.5 market wide. No real movement on the total. Billy Brisbane, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of laying the points with the Lakers, especially on a small slate, but it's hard not to fade the Clippers here. I mean, Harden's been playing out of his fucking mind. 33.6 points across his last 8 games, had a season high or franchise high 55 points Saturday against the Hornets, and the Clippers still have lost 10 in their last 12 games. If you listen to JJ Redick after that game against the Utah Jazz, JJ was getting at the Lakers like if they didn't lost a game. He was talking about how he wasn't happy with their shooting numbers. He said we're like one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. And I think that's gonna – it's like I don't want to bet the over in this game, but I think the Lakers are going to make an emphasis to shoot the ball from the 3-point line tonight and try to hit some 3-point shots. Kawhi being back definitely can make this game a little bit sweaty, but I like the Lakers here. I think the Lakers are going to play this one like a championship game. If you look at West Group B right now, West Group B is really just the Lakers and the Clippers here. Whoever wins this game is probably going to win the group. The Lakers and the Clippers face off against each other. Lakers have a 19-point point differential, and the Lakers' last game in Group B will be against the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks are 1-2. They're not mathematically out of it, but they're kind of out of it. I think the Lakers are going to play this one like a championship game and give me the Lakers here. I think the Clippers are frauds. Harden, it's like, how much better can James Harden play without them winning basketball games? It's a little bit ridiculous. I don't think James Harden can keep this up for this long period of time. If he could, he wouldn't be on the LA Clippers. And they're coming back from a road trip as well. I like the Lakers here a lot in this spot. I think the Lakers end up routing the Clippers here in the end, but there's going to be some sweaty parts in this one. I did a 2-leg parlay of the Atlanta Hawks, LA Clippers, and probably going to be adding on to the Lakers a little bit more live.
I love the circular reasoning. The Clippers suck. Well, Harden sucks. How do you know Harden sucks? Because he's on the Clippers. Yeah,
Harden doesn't suck. He's been playing. There's no way James Harden's playing at like Houston Rockets peak level basketball, and they're not winning.
That's what he's doing, though.
Right.
He doing that, and now Kawhi back. You say Harden been doing that? They ain't been winning. Kawhi ain't been there. Kawhi back. Game 2.
LeBron's back. It's the King James, man. It's King James. Who's selling more tickets? Let's really put the X's and O's out of this shit. Who's selling more tickets to make it to the fucking Emirates Cup on television? The Lakers or the Clippers? It's the Lakers all the time. Lakers always big team in the city, man. And they're gonna get Little Boyd here. I feel like the Clippers are gonna get Little Boyd here in the end. I really feel like if this was just like a regular season game, I'd be a little bit more on the Clippers side. But like Emirates Cup, this is for the group. LeBron just came back like a week ago. He came back for the Emirates Cup run. I think they rout the Clippers here, man. National TV game is going to get sweaty.
I don't even think they're going to win.
Look at this. We know how to get clicks here. Look at this. Clippers are frauds. Hot take. Yep. You heard it here first. Pub Sports Radio. Clippers are frauds. Harden sucks.
Everybody but the Lakers then. Let me know how that work out. I love the Clippers. I'm not comfortable with it, but I love the Clippers tonight.
In the meantime, it's hard to read these names. Stan Don Business likes Kawhi points, rebounds, and assists. Let's see. Jermaine likes what does he like? What does he like? Where is it? He's on LA. Oh, right. That's a joke. All right. You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna do the same thing I did in one game earlier that worked out. If the first half, I kind of like the over, but the first half might be a little bit modest scoring. If the first half is under 112, I'll automatically make the second half over an official play, and I'll post that in the Pub Sports Radio Discord. And if the first half is over 112, then no bet for me. But if the first half, I do like the over in general. First half is under 112, then I will make over second half an official play for me. All right. Great.
I haven't made this official yet, but I do like a same game parlay here. I heard Stacks was talking about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard's player prop really does stand out in this one. His points and rebounds, 24.5. He's gone over 7 of his last 10 head-to-head versus the Lakers. The Lakers give up the most points per game to the small forward position this season, and it feels like if there was a time Kawhi would ever get his minutes lifted, the minutes restriction lifted. It would be probably in a primetime game against the Lakers on Thanksgiving week.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Okay.
And the Zubac prop really comes down to if the Clippers play small or big. If the Clippers don't care about the Lakers probably not running a center out there for like half the game, then Zubac's probably going to eat. Like his 10.5 rebounds is probably going to look like free money. Double-double looks like free money. But there is a scenario where the Lakers go really small in this game and it plays Zubac off the court. This is more reminiscent. Me personally, I'm capping the Lakers as more reminiscent of the playoff team that we saw not have a center without DeAndre Ayton out there, rather than like the team that we saw in the beginning of the season that was winning a bunch of basketball games. So we'll see how that will change the pace of play. But I think the Lakers are going to play small and try to not throw any bigs out there.
Yeah. This will be a really interesting game to watch live. And again, I've given a halftime, if halftime conditional bet on this one. All right, let's review our official picks, guys. I'll start first. Orlando, Philly, first half over 117.5 minus 118. And then the Clippers Lakers game. If the first half is under 112, I'll automatically take the second half over line, whatever it is at I don't know if we can mention the books, but big pro book, and I'll post it in the Pub Sports Radio Discord. All right, Justin McKelvey, please review your official plays. Thanks very much.
I'm on the Atlanta Hawks over 124.5. Team total minus 110. Magic full game over 228.5 minus 110. And I found the best number I found was Clippers plus 6 or minus 108 at Bet Rivers.
Yeah, man. We will.
And
see.
go ahead and spur them Clippers money line, man. Don't listen to what Brizzy talking about.
All right, Billy Brisbane. What are your official plays? Please review. Thank you.
Official plays for today is Sixers team total over 113.5 minus 118. And the second play of the card was the Atlanta Hawks, LA Lakers, 2-leg parlay minus 143. You could take the juice down by taking the spreads. You can alternate it down to plus money if you would like, but I'm just going to take two money lines and keep this rolling on the slate. Top player props that we're looking at, because I haven't put any money on the player props yet. I don't know why I haven't. Today's just gone by a little bit fast. But Tyrese Maxey, 30-plus points is the one I'm looking at in the Sixers game. And then I'm looking at a same-game parlay in the Clippers-Lakers game. LeBron, 1.5 3-pointers. Kawhi's points and rebounds, and some type of Zubac alt line or double-double line, something like that. And then the wild card of the day is I'm going to shop around and figure out what I'm going to do with Justin Edwards. I really like Justin Edwards. I think he's going to have a good game against the Orlando Magic in this one. You hit 2 corner 3-pointers, and it's plus 142. Like, I might have to fuck around with Justin Edwards today.
Sounds good. I think I'm going to make a bet right now on Ajax Benfica first half under. It's going to be 1, but we'll see. All right, now we're going to do some college basketball stuff. And are you guys both sticking around for college basketball?
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
three
yes, sir.
I got three rapid fire games. I told Jose I would
Yeah.
give him for
Okay,
college.
and then do we have Jose Bouquet? I'm not sure what's going on. Do we have Dabby Cab for college basketball also? Hey, Jose, are you there by any chance?
Yes, Pete.
Yeah, Jose there.
Nice to
Okay.
see you.
Yeah,
Davy Cab is a little busy, but we have,
My screen just said something about Jose.
and you guys are all set for college basketball.
all right, so we'll do college basketball now, and then when Dabby comes, we'll talk about his, and whoever's still around, we'll just talk. They can
Yes,
chime in as
yes.
well.
This, and
All
then
right.
we've got NHL with Gokster next.
Okay, so Justin, I have the games that I was sent that you would like to talk about. First one, very interesting one, right? Tennessee, Houston. You know, last year I just did so well with Houston. You take them first half on the money line, on the spreads, and then second half unders. And you know, this year maybe a little bit different. They needed OT to get by Syracuse as a 14-point favorite. In previous years, Houston would not have needed OT to get by Syracuse. But they got by. You know, they're still a great team, probably not quite as great as who knows what the future holds. And now you have they're going up against Tennessee, of course, a neutral site game, who rolled Rutgers. Very dominant, convincing win. And Rutgers is not a pushover. Big win from Tennessee. So now, first line I saw was Houston -3.5. The total 133, which is standard for a Houston game. Last year, right? These two teams met, and it was you know, different Houston team, but very, you know, dominating Houston win, went way under 69-50. So here they are meeting again. Houston about -3.5. I'll see where the line has moved. If it has, total about 133. Justin, why do you like this game? What do you like here?
I probably pulled the trigger too soon because I got a bad number. But I liked it going into yesterday. And Stacks play today, number one. As I'm on Tennessee +2.5, -109. And it's you pretty much gave a breakdown for me. They lost by 19 to, I think, was a better Houston team last year. I'm not impressed with this Houston team this year. I still think they good. I still think in spots we could do the system play of the Houston first half. But they just played overtime against, in my opinion, and I guess other people disagree, but in my opinion, I think Syracuse is not like that. So you still gotta get
Syracuse is so not like that. That game was wild, bro. I was shocked that shit was as close as it was, bro. Houston might be on fraud alert.
I've been getting pushback about Melo's son. I got a text this morning talking about Melo's son went crazy, man. The nigga
He was nice.
The boy had 10 points.
He was hooping though.
He had 9 in the first half.
He was hooping though.
This is another Bronny coming up through college. That's all this. And Bronny didn't play college. That's all. That's the only difference. Like, he went to USC for 1 year. Melo gonna be gone. He gonna go to the league and suck. But anyway, I digress. But I like Tennessee. I think on top of the revenge factor, on top of Houston playing overtime, like, I watched a little bit of that game before I fell asleep. I'm just not impressed with this Houston team. I don't think this is the Houston team that we known and love. And +2.5, it moved against me. You probably get 3.5 now, but I bet it early this morning. I wanted to bet the money line, but I wouldn't be so heavy on them if Houston didn't go to overtime. But they just, I don't know, they didn't look impressive to Syracuse. Now, some people are going to say they was looking forward to Tennessee, but I don't know. I'm on Tennessee. Stacks play today, number one. +2.5.
Exactly. You think Houston in previous years, if they had Tennessee on deck, would have needed? No, they would not.
Yeah, I know it's not going to be popular because the world loves Houston, but this ain't the same Houston team that we know and love.
Yeah, and they might be at some point in the future, and also I'll tell you one thing. So far this year, I mean previous years, but definitely this year, college basketball market moves against you. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt. I mean, the moves are wrong all the time in college basketball.
Moved against
I would say the biggest thing on the eye test for Houston has been their ability to close out games. Dude, their ability to close out against Auburn and both Syracuse, like they're both step-up games of the year. Like, dude, there's some, like, you could see the crack in the armor, the chinks on the armor of, like, they're a little bit sketchy. When that clock goes down to 2 minutes, 3 minutes left in the game, and you have to get that one good shot in the possession, and it's not an offensive rebound that they're just scrapping across, getting the rebound across, or a defensive deflection that leads into a fast break. I don't know, man. Like, if Syracuse was a better basketball team, I'm kind of with Justin. while Syracuse is better than what they were last year, they're still not a good basketball team. I mean, look at who they played non-conference before they played this Players Era tournament. That kind of tells you everything you need to know about Syracuse. The fact that that was even a 4-point game and they were like I had money on Houston yesterday. They was down by like 12 points at one point in that game. Like, let that be Tennessee, man. That's going to slip away from them.
Wow, that's funny. My fault, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that's funny you say that because when they went down, like I live bet them, still thinking they was Houston, and I had to sweat it all the way out. I caught a nice like a 135 money line, and I had to sweat it all the way out until overtime.
Bro, it was
like,
crazy.
Man, I'm off,
Houston, it could be like you maybe don't want to fade them right off the bat of everybody watching that game yesterday, but for circle long term, Houston might not be the second best team in the country for real this year. Like they're defensively, they still look good, but like I don't know, man, their offensive lapse periods are just a little bit too much of a red flag for me. Like in years past, you can rely on their senior guards. Now they got some freshmen janking up the turnovers. It's like I don't know, man.
It's wild because my son came over here this morning, and he was talking about on his way to work, he's going to stop at a casino. He was screaming, Houston like that, Houston like that. I'm like, but go to the casino and go ahead and put $500 on Houston to win the national championship. He was like, I am. I was like, man, you retarded. Like, this is not the same. Sometimes you got to turn the page. Like, the Warriors, when they was the Splash Brothers, like, the Chiefs, like, you know, dynasties come to an end. Like, we cashed with Houston ever since, what was it, you and Dabby down in Public One, right?
Public One, shouts to Dabby Cab, Houston first half.
Like, so, like, y'all was like I ain't going to say y'all was originators. Too many people try to claim it, but I caught on late. I caught on way after that. But the same thing, it's not a system no more. Houston first half, Houston cutting the nets down, like, be careful. This Houston
Bro,
team,
I took that first half yesterday, and that was the nastiest bet that I've ever cashed in my life. Shouts to Kion Anthony. If he ain't missed that free throw with 3 seconds left on the fucking clock, we were not about to cash that ticket, man. Shouts to Houston. I think we could make money on fading Houston. People thinking that this is a better team than what they've been at in years past.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to when you're an elite top team in the country. It's just hard to not be at least a little bit significantly worse the next year. It's almost.
Wait a minute, you won your first half bet yesterday, Bruce?
Yeah, I had double result. So like I felt disgusting cashing that double result because the first half was just as sweaty as the full game.
Yeah, I gave up. I think I gave up like 8 or 8.5. I was about to say, how you win and not lose?
Nah, I had double result.
Probably like 280 or something crazy.
Yeah, I had Houston double result and Baylor money line, and I cashed a Baylor ticket, and I was like, Houston should be a cigar game, and that was more sweaty than the actual Baylor game itself.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the second game that Justin wants to talk about. Interesting you chose this one, Justin. Ole Miss and Iowa, again, a neutral court, and Iowa is about a 4 or 5 point favorite here, relatively low total. And, both of these teams have been winning, but Ole Miss has not been covering. Iowa has. Neither team has really been challenged yet. Ole Miss, 5-0 straight up, 1-4 ATS, so it just means they're not covering their big favorite spreads, but, doesn't necessarily mean they won't show up against a team like Iowa. Iowa has been good so far, and, a game like this, if someone who knows the X's and O's of these two teams might have a great read on it, but based on just their on paper performance so far, I have no opinion on this one. Iowa is giving a few buckets here on a neutral court. Why do you like this game, Justin?
Yeah, Stacks play today, number 2. I'm on Ole Miss plus 4.5, minus 118. And I just think with the returning production from Ole Miss compared to Iowa, I think they're the better team. This early in the season, you can't look at the ATS record because was Ole Miss, they was heavy favorites. Like I want to say they was like 6.5 or 7 against Memphis. They beat Memphis, but did they beat Memphis? Yeah, they beat Memphis, but they didn't cover. So my whole thing is you can't until it's you get 12 games, 15 games, you can't look at the ATS record. And I look at Iowa, they got the dude from I forget his name. I can't say his name. He's from Robert Morris. He used to come out to the city. I used to watch him. But he's on Iowa now. And that whole team, like they want to play fast, but Ole Miss plays slow. I think Ole Miss is going to slow them down. I think it's going to be a one possession game. I also think you just bring the money line. I think Ole Miss is very much live here. Line might not even be 4.5. When I seen it was juiced, I jumped on it because I expected it to move my favor, whether it did or not. But I love Ole Miss. I said go ahead and sprinkle the money line.
Yeah,
Probably
these
won't be
kinds of
Iowa,
games.
but
These kinds of games at this point in the college basketball season can have great value, but it doesn't. You're right; it doesn't come from analyzing their ATS results.
I would be a little bit careful because I think Iowa, their head coach is McCollum, the guy that was the head coach of Drake last year and was the head coach of like this D2 team that won like back-to-back national championships or went there. I think Iowa has one of the best coaches in the country, and this is a way different team than what it was in years past. I think that this is a really good basketball team that not a really good basketball team, but better than what they were in years past. And I think this is a bet on team. Ole Miss is not a bet on team for me at all. AJ Storr is like kind of like their lead guy now, and AJ Storr was stinking it up in Kansas last year. Like that's one of the main reasons why Kansas was like underperforming. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of taking gambles on teams that I really don't know how they're going to look in these non-conference games because Iowa has only played Xavier and they blew them out, but I'm not really too high on Xavier. But I would say Iowa the over. I don't know, man. I see the SEC Big Ten comparison, but I think Iowa has one of the best coaches in the country.
All right. Well, Justin likes Ole Miss. The total started out low.
that's my favorite. That's my favorite bet in the whole entire day.
Ooh, you're very nice. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out. Total is low total, and now is down to like 141.5. So
I do kind of like the over what Brizzy said, but as far as Ole Miss, that's my favorite bet. Like how Jimmy would say, that's the best bet on the board, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, hasn't really moved since opening. I've seen some places slightly juiced to Iowa, but no real movement on the side. All right, next game, last game, Justin, let's talk about Washington State, Arizona State, again on a neutral court. Washington State, they've been decent so far, nothing special, but Arizona State, of course, yesterday got an impressive win over Texas as a 7-point dog. Very impressive win by Arizona State yesterday. Can they repeat it? I don't know. That's what Justin's going to tell us. The total very high, about 160 or so, but I was thinking maybe over anyway. A lot of times in these, tournaments on neutral courts, when you have high scoring games, they just repeat, even on back-to-backs until the end of the tournament. So I was thinking maybe a shot with the over, maybe a shot with the first half over. What do you like here, Justin?
Anyone who watches Medicaid yesterday, I gave out Arizona State yesterday, plus 7.5 against Texas, and they won by one. Like one of the last games of the night played, it was like 87-86, high scoring game. So the turnaround, I feel like that was their get up spot. And I mentioned in the video about he won the trust Bob early as a dog. Like that's where I wanted him at, and they went out right. Now I'm on the other side. I'm on Washington State. Going to fade Arizona State off that. They was losing. It was like close, back and forth. Then late Texas went up a little bit, and then Arizona State came on. Like I just think they put max effort into it. They played late. Now they got turned around. Now you're going to ask them to win by 3 possessions. It was I got 7.5 with Washington State. I ain't sprinkling the money line, but I wouldn't be surprised if Washington State outright win. They're 3-3. I don't know what they are ATS, but their record is 3-3. I like them in this spot. At least cover this 7.5 number.
Yeah, Washington State's been okay. AT got
they play like
what do you guys talk about? Washington State's been okay. They were down by double digits against Chaminade yesterday in the Maui Invitational. Chaminade's not even a D1 division school basketball team, dude.
Oh, I know, but Chaminade always gives these teams tough times in these.
A 5-point game? Fuck out of here.
I'm just telling you.
You like Arizona State?
I mean, I get the Arizona State fade of like they played way out of expectations, but I was kind of looking at Washington State as like a bet, and then I was like, I don't want to take Washington State after they literally had to like put boots the ass on Chaminade in the second half to pull out a 5-point win. You guys are down by double digits against a Division II basketball team that's not even like a good Division II basketball team. It's not like Chaminade's like one of the best Division II basketball teams and they're just thrown into the Maui Invitational every year. Like they're just literally thrown into the Maui Invitational because of location. Like I that's wild to me that they were down 52-41 at halftime to a Division II basketball team in a fucking Maui Invitational tournament game.
Yeah, welcome to college basketball.
You look at it like that. I look at it the other side, the other way. I look at it like they know what they did. Y'all know what y'all just did again. I didn't even know how to pronounce it until you just said it. I was gonna say completely wrong. But my whole thing is like y'all know what y'all did against this Division II or whoever they was. I don't think it was a look ahead. Nobody looks ahead to Arizona State. I feel like they had a bad game. I feel like they're gonna have to make all the adjustments, play a strong game. Like I said, I didn't think they're gonna win the game outright, but Arizona played late as hell last night, and they gave them everything against this Texas team, and they turned around and outrighted them. Now they were 7-point dogs yesterday. Now they're 7-point favorite. That's the script right there. Washington State plus 7.5. What I got it at minus 110.
Yeah, I mean, before Bellarmine became a Division I team, they would give like Duke and whatever, all the teams that they would get matched up with, tough challenges, tougher than expected challenges. And it's just, it's a combination of, maybe, the players overlooking them a little bit. And also just the players who play on these teams are not that terrible once in a while, so I don't know.
I would just take the over. I mean, Maui Invitational is like free overs. Like,
yeah, it's down to it's gone down a little bit, but I would definitely be leaning that way. And the first half over, I might make those official. I don't know, but all right. So those are the 3 games that Justin wanted to talk about, and I have 3 games on my list here that Dabby Cab wanted to talk about. Is Dabby around or?
I got 3 games on my list here, Pete. Come on. I thought Justin was able to get his revenge to talk why he doesn't like the side that I'm on for some games, right? I mean,
okay. All right. I'm sorry. I got the games that I thought were Dabby's were your games. I'm missing these fucking tech. All right.
Dabby's not talking about Utah Grand Canyon.
What?
Dabby's not talking about Utah Grand Canyon.
He's not talking about Grand Canyon.
Look, when college basketball season comes around, sanity goes out the window. People make mistakes, All right, here we go. First game you want to talk about, NC State Boise. Now here we go. NC State lost to Seton Hall by 10 yesterday, and Boise lost to USC. It was close. I was big on Boise second half +2, and I did cash at that, but it was close. But, that was a nice game by Boise, and NC State had kind of a bad game. So now you got Boise getting a whole bunch of points. I actually, the line actually didn't make sense to me, which made me nervous. But I took a small shot with Boise at 6.5. NC State, of course, will come back here a little bit pissed off. But I think Boise's kind of, a decent competitor. Giving them that many points on a neutral court, I took a shot with it, even though the line didn't make perfect sense to me. Billy Brisbane, what do you like here?
Yeah, I thought Boise got up for that spot against USC yesterday. It was a good spot for them. USC coming off that double overtime win. They were barely able to squeak that one out. Boise still covered on the spread. Versus NC State, they ended up losing as a favorite against Seton Hall yesterday. One of my favorite things to attack in these Feast Week MTE style type of events is backing teams that lost on day 1 to win on day 2. Because the line should be a little bit higher. Like, if NC State covers that spread against Seton Hall, obviously they didn't. We're playing a hypothetical scenario situation, but they covered that spread against Seton Hall yesterday. NC State would be like 8.5, 9.5 point favorites in this one. It would go up a couple of points, but they didn't. I think Will Wade gets the boys together here, and I think they give out a good performance. I'm not really high on Boise State this year. I like their coach. I think their coach is a really good coach. I mean, he's been at Boise State for damn near 14 seasons or whatever it was. But I just in general, not high on this team this year. They had a lot of seniors, a lot of guys that were multi-year players on their team from last year. I think NC State and Will Wade is going to come out here and give a can of whoop ass to Boise State. I took NC State team total over 80.5 at -120. And then I also have a 2-leg parlay of NC State and a game that we'll talk about a little bit in a couple of seconds, I would imagine.
Okay, Justin, if you have anything to say about any of these games or teams or anything, just chime in.
No, I looked at this game for a while, and I didn't want to do the back and forth thing like I did with Arizona State because I was on Boise yesterday and they cashed for me. But if I was being on the side, I wish I could give Brizzy a little bit of pushback, but I don't have no pushback this game for him. If I had to pick a side, I'd be with him. I'd be on NC State.
I'll tell you, I think you're actually right, Brizzy, because again, I had Boise second half, and maybe I got lucky. It did had him +2, but it was like my biggest bet of the day, and it should not have been that close. So that makes me think that that Boise is a lot worse than I have them rated as right now. All right, next game you're going to talk about is another one: Northern Iowa and Loyola Chicago. Northern Iowa, good, still undefeated. They're winning low-scoring games, so they're not always covering those. And Loyola Chicago, they are 0 for the season ATS. At some point, they are going to get an ATS win. Could be today, but it hasn't happened yet. They're getting a big number with a low total against Northern Iowa. I don't know. You chose this game for a reason, so you either think that it's a smash and grab for Northern Iowa, or this is a spot where Loyola Chicago finally gets it's an extremely buy low spot on Loyola Chicago. And free play, I throw it on the under, even though it's a very low total. Why'd you pick this game, really Brisbane?
Yeah, shout outs to a good old friend of the channel, Mikey Money. When we used to do his show, he would always say to me, can we circle out a couple of teams that you think are the worst teams in college basketball this season? We just fade them. And that year it was Buffalo or something like that. I'm calling my shot this year. I think Loyola Chicago might be one of the worst teams in college basketball this year.
Really?
If this wasn't a neutral site game and this was an actual home game for Northern Iowa, I think this would be more points on the spread. But the only thing that would worry me is how popular or how much of a bookie liability that Northern Iowa would probably be in parlays today. But I mean, how much of a liability is it really? Do people even know that Northern Iowa University even exists? I think Northern Iowa is a really good basketball team. They showed me a little something against UC Irvine in that game yesterday. I'm going to back them here against Loyola Chicago. Loyola Chicago has just been on a crazy fade alert this year. They're just losing games by new margins that are invented. Their only close game this year was against Northern Texas. Granted, Northern Texas is a team that I'm pretty high on this year, but I think Northern Iowa is I don't want to say it's a smash and grab spot, but it's basically a smash and grab. Put it in a parlay. If you don't like the spread, put it in a parlay. Take the double result. I think Northern Iowa routes this team here. And if this was a bigger name school, like a Liberty University or something like that, a team that was on the mid-major top 25s, this would be a bigger spread. But I think people are skipping right over this game today. And I think there's money to be made in this Thousand Palms California tournament.
All right. Well, the line has moved in Loyola Chicago's favor. Not that that means a whole lot, but it's now down to 8 or 7.5 market wide. We'll see where it closes. And the total's actually gotten bet up a little bit. It's now to 136. I would be leaning under there as well. But, we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. And then the last game you picked, Billy Brisbane, is Utah Grand Canyon. Utah is off a straight-up loss to Cal Poly as a 14-point favorite, and they are now 0-6 ATS on the year. Grand Canyon has gotten some coverage, but they also have a similar loss on the year. They lost to Youngstown State as a 15-point favorite. They lost straight up. So, and then when they stepped up, the only time they stepped up a little bit was against St. Louis. They were an 8-point dog in that one, and they lost that one ATS by a decent margin as well. So both of these teams have been terrible ATS so far in the year. Grand Canyon, it's a neutral site game, but Grand Canyon is about a 4.5-point favorite. Total is 155. Why'd you take this one, Billy?
I love Grand Canyon. It's one of my favorite teams. But damn, Tyon Grant Foster transferring over to Gonzaga, my allegiance has switched. I think people see Utah losing to Cal Poly in their last game, and they just take their automatic fade. I don't think they've covered a spread this year. I think that's why they're catching points. Grand Canyon's known as a mid-major powerhouse, but they don't have the same horses as they used to have in years past, mainly Tyon Grant Foster. Their main star player, Tyon Grant Foster, for the last 3 seasons, is on Gonzaga. Why do you think Gonzaga's look so good this year? Utah or South Dakota, I'm hitting a little divvy here. Utah Valley Tech takes on South Dakota. One of those 2 games are going to be my dog of the day. South Dakota plays at 6 o'clock. This game's a little bit later. I like South Dakota and Utah as my 2 dogs of the day for college basketball today. I think you're catching pretty good value on both of those 2 teams. The Utah Valley one, Utah Valley is just a team that I like to fade on the road compared to home. And I've been back in South Dakota. I believe I gave out South Dakota on the show or either on X. South Dakota is a team that I've been putting money on, and I like the way that they play. They've gotten a little bit older this year. They're bringing a lot of the returning players. It seems like that line is just way too short of like, I think it should be -3.5 South Dakota, not +1.5 on the spread, +105 on the money line.
All right. Well, Spoons Bets has given us his picks. One of those picks is Utah Valley -115. He also likes Greensboro. I'm trying to see if these are any games that I capped or bet. Iowa State. A lot of these games didn't have overnight lines. I was doing a lot of soccer stuff. So, yeah, St. Bonaventure +12.5. That's an interesting call there. Yeah. Wow. Let me refresh my notes on that one. Interesting that he likes St. Bonaventure there. Okay, so those are the games from Billy Brisbane, and I guess we can wrap up the basketball section if there's anything else you want to look at. I mean, there were a few bets that I did make. I took a shot with the first half under with the San Diego game. Let me just review, just scan down.
How do you guys feel about that Michigan Auburn game? That's kind of like the game of the day today. Biggest marquee game in the slate. Auburn being one of the best.
If CLV means anything, I got the over 159.5 in my pocket.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I did not look at that one in depth.
If I had to pick a side, I would jump on Michigan. If I had to pick a side, I'm not on the side, but I'm on the over.
Iowa State Creighton is a very interesting game. The first line I saw was 9.5. Now it's all the way down to 6. Now that's a big move. And Spoons Bets likes Iowa State -1.5. Creighton, of course, it has some talent on their roster, but they're still, quote unquote, trying to figure it out. I was thinking maybe a shot with the over, and that is now up to 151.5 from 150. Let's see. Let me just scan down.
Get out of here, man.
Go ahead.
No, my dog just going crazy. I was telling her to get out of here.
Okay. All right. Justin McKelvey, thanks so much for joining us once again, and we'll see you next week, okay?
All
right. Thanks, Justin. All right, and let me just take a couple seconds to scan down the card. If anyone has anything about the college basketball card that they want to shout out, yeah, there you go. Vermont against Rhode Island. Spoons Bets likes that one. Vermont against Rhode Island. I'm trying to remember what my notes on that were. I took a shot with St. John's Baylor over 162.5. It definitely hit that one. A lot of these games I didn't have a chance to look at yet. Yeah, St. Bonaventure going up against UNC. The line seemed low to me at 10.5, and Spoons Bets likes St. Bonnie at 12.5, and a really low total too. All right, so we'll see how that game turns out. Just scanning everything here. Yeah, I took a shot with the San Diego Baptist first half under 70.5. I took that one. Mount St. Mary's has been playing top teams very close. They're getting a big number against Ohio State, but I'm not sure if this is a spot where they're going to be able to hang again. Let me see. Penn State is off a loss. They probably roll here, but I don't know if I'd want to lay that many points. Boston is off a big win over Harvard, where they shot very well, and I was thinking about the over in that one, 144. Let's see. Bakersfield, Florida State is interesting. Of course, Florida State playing a very high pace this year, and Bakersfield should be amenable to that. I like the over at 159, and it dropped to 157.5. I don't know if I can give an official play on that one right now, but I'll be thinking about the first half over on that one for sure. Let me see. It's just so hard to find these freaking lines. But yeah, all right. Maybe I'll talk about that at the end of the show. Let me see. What else is interesting here? I'll look at the comment section. A lot of stuff with no overnight lines. So that's what I'm thinking about. Florida State game, a little bit weird how the total wasn't that high. Wasn't as high as I would have guessed to take a shot with that. All right. Okay. Let's look at the comment section, and then we'll jump into to NHL. Jose Bouquett, do we have a guest for NHL, or is it just one game, or is it just going to be
No, Mr. Gokster's going to be here in just a moment, so we do indeed have a guest.
Oh, and there people. Oh, there you go. Spoon's Bet saying the line movement is because Lipsy is out for Iowa State, so it dropped from 9.5 to 5.5, and now I'm guessing Spoon's Bets when Lindsay's out likes it even more. Wow. All right. Shout out to Spoon's Bets. All right, we got one NHL game on the card, and it's an interesting one. Everyone, welcome, Mr. Gokster. Talk about one game. Stop it.
Give him a second. Give him a second. He'll be here in just a moment. I'll bring him on when he gets here. But yes, we're going to talk about the NHL here. It's going to be fun. It's one game, Pete, so it should be very interesting here. And this guy is the Belleville Giant, Pete.
Yeah.
The baddest motherfucker in Belleville. He might not look like it, but once you meet him in Publipalooza, who, by the way, I hope we can see both of you guys at Publipalooza March 25th through the 30th here. Shout out to March 25th through the 30th. Pete, I'm going to keep telling you those dates as well. March 25th through the 30th. Official there.
We're trying to figure out who's the baddest motherfucker. The ones who don't look like, those are the ones you got to be most afraid of, right? Baddest motherfuckers, they're not wearing costumes. They look like Mr. Gokster. That's what they look like. Yes,
they do.
Jeez,
Mr. Gokster,
that's what it looks like right there. That is what the baddest motherfuckers in the world look like.
Wow, I'm looking at flights right now. What do we got? 25th. Let's see what we got.
25th. That's not what they sound like, though. I'll admit that. The baddest motherfuckers in the world sound badder than that. But
Pete, we're going to see you this year, right?
What?
We're going to see a Publipalooza this year, right?
Me? Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, assuming that, the world is still here and the economy is still functioning. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
sure.
that's true.
Assuming the airlines are still running. Yeah, man, of course. All right, let's get into it. Let's look at the comment section to see if all right. Justin McKelvey likes the over 6 in the Edmonton game. Justin, when can I be the NHL guest? Whenever you friggin' say the word, my man.
Come on.
Say the word and it will be set into existence.
Yes,
Hell
sir.
yeah. Say the word. Communicate with Jose Bouquett and we will get it done. All right. One game on the card tonight, man. Dallas and Edmonton. Dallas lost to Calgary last game, but overall they've been good. And Edmonton, when are they going to turn it up and become a Stanley Cup caliber team that's like winning game in and game out? It hasn't happened so far this year. They got a nice win on their last game of their trip, right? Now they're back home off of that trip. If you read the press clippings, they're talking about how that was a great win for them. It's turned it around for them. They have a better feeling now. And I'm inclined to maybe believe it. I mean, at some point, they're probably going to turn it around. I don't know if I want to bet into timing when that will be. But I don't know. I was thinking maybe Edmonton at the relatively low line, minus 140 or so. Justin likes the over 6 minus 116, which does make sense. That's just a modest total in today's NHL. What do you like here, Gokster?
Well, with one game on the slate there, Pistol, it's this was a tough game I found. Kind of surprised to see Dallas underdog, to be honest, here tonight, plus 118. But Edmonton's they beat Florida, beat Carolina, beat Philly, beat Columbus. A lot of those teams, take away Carolina, you could say, are on the weaker side of things. They lost to Tampa, Washington, Buffalo, Columbus here, Colorado, Dallas. They're struggling against the tougher teams here, Pete. And Dallas coming off a loss. They haven't come off back-to-back losses since they were down in Florida when they lost to Tampa on the 30th. Or no, that wasn't even a back-to-back. My apologize, 31 days in October. But I don't see Dallas really I just think they're playing really good hockey right now, Pete. I'll go into some numbers here for you guys. Otter, too, he's the better of the two goalies right now. Some numbers here for you. Last 10 games, 90%, 90.2 for Otter, 88.5 for Skinner. Then 5-on-5, Pete, 88.7% for Skinner, 92.3 for Otter. So 5-on-5 advantage for Otter here. And then looking at the offensive lineup here, you are missing Harley, a couple other key players, but this team's just humming right now, in my opinion. And looking at their high danger opportunities, you got 37 goals to 27 for Dallas, 198 shots on goal from high danger spots compared to 178 for Edmonton. Also the goals against, Pete, this is a big one here. Last 3 weeks, goals against by period, 10 for Edmonton, 19 in the 10 in the first, 19 in the second, 15 in the third. And then Dallas has allowed 9 in the first, 7 in the second, 9 in the third. So defensively, they're playing a lot better with the hotter goalie. Goals 4-2 last 3 weeks. This is the discrepancy. Second period, 11 for Dallas, 6 for Edmonton, and 17 in the third for Dallas, and only 11 for Edmonton in the third period. So all the numbers are telling me really Dallas. I don't mind the way they're playing right now. These two teams saw each other a lot in the playoffs. I don't know when they're going to get her going. They're kind of in the same boat as Toronto. Don't really have consistency right now at Edmonton, coming off a bit of a break. I kind of lean to the under here, not as strong on the total. I just think right now you got a top team also in Dallas, guys. Since November 1st, these guys are 5th in goals for, and that's what Edmonton's struggling against. They're allowing the second most goals in the NHL since November 1st. So, and then on the other side, Dallas as they're 24th in goals allowed, which is good. You want to be near the bottom. So I just think Dallas is. I'm surprised. I think we're getting a good number here. I'm going to take Dallas, Pete. Team total over 2.5 and the money line. You could say just take the money line, but I think if Dallas is going to win this one, they're going to score at least 3 on Skinner here tonight. So looking at Dallas today, guys.
MMA Locker Room, Millsy likes McDavid over 3 shots on goal, which makes sense. Justin likes Edmonton. This is just such a tough one. Edmonton. I gotta see it first. I mean, I want to believe in Edmonton, but I just can't.
Dallas is humming right now, Pete. And they've struggled against those top teams, really losing to Tampa, Washington, Colorado, Dallas. So, and they're allowing goals to them too, big time.
All right, and I'm gonna have to pass on this one because it's just Edmonton's such a frustrating team. I'm willing to bet them. It's just, again, like Dallas is not really a team I want to be betting against right now. So,
and they're coming off a loss too, Pete. These guys don't lose a lot too, coming off losses. So
yeah, I mean, they're just a decent team there. Okay, and let me see. All right, I guess that's it. So it's going to be a pass for me. Just one game. I'm going to have to pass. I have a nice record overall in NHL. I don't want to. I'm willing to take risks and just to have a little bit of fun.
How about Chicago? Sorry to cut you off, Pete. How about Chicago last week? Remember we were questioning that line and Blackhawks came through. So
yeah,
we're doing pretty good in the NHL right now. Quickly though, Pete, I got an AHL play since it's such a short slate. We got one game. Well, right now you got Belleville and Manitoba playing. Belleville's up, I think 3-1. Started 11:30, but at 8:00 tonight, I believe it is, Grand Rapids at Texas. 2 affiliates, Red Wings affiliate Grand Rapids, Texas, obviously Dallas Stars. But you got the better goaltender here, Costa for Grand Rapids. This guy was on Team Canada. He's like 6'7", Pete. He's a beast. Also, Grand Rapids, they have 6 players that have 4 or more goals on the season, with 1 player at 11. That's Leonard. Looking at Texas, Pete, they got 1 player with 4 goals or more. So they're struggling to score here. Grand Rapids is, I think they're 12-1-1. This team's just a wagon right now. All the numbers are leaning towards Grand Rapids. And what I did is the same game parlay, Grand Rapids money line and the under 7.5 at +110. If Texas are going to do anything, they can't score. It's going to be a lower scoring game. But Grand Rapids and one of the better goalies in the AHL and Costa. Look out for the Red Wings fans there. This Costa guy, he's damn good. He's 94% save percentage, 1.67 goals against. I like Grand Rapids and the under 7.5 +110.
Wow. I'm going to check to see how that turns out. All right. People are talking. Steve G3442 says Rantanen leads the league in penalty minutes. I believe he's out, though.
Rantanen for Dallas. Is he suspended for this? That's a
yes.
He's suspended for this. Okay. Yeah. Playing his first game suspension. So you're losing a bit of offense there. Same with the power play. Someone else going to have to slot in. But it could lean to a bit of an under there. The lower scoring game does, more I'm thinking about it, kind of does feel like a lower scoring game, but still, give me Dallas. Yeah, Rantanen is just kind of good point there to bring up there. That hit on Coronado there was just, can't be doing that. He was pretty much, what he was, Pete? He was like someone driving by in the wheel that was hammered, and then eventually one of these times you're going to get busted. And this guy was just playing dirty hockey for the last 2 weeks, and then finally got busted here with that shot. So good point he brought up there. That makes a lot more sense with the line. Surprised I didn't have that there. That's on me. But I still like Dallas here. Bounce back spot. Lower scoring game, though, does feel like it's in the works.
And just Edmonton is such a hard team to read. Anything could happen. high scoring, low scoring. They come and they don't have it. I mean, Edmonton lost that one fucking game 9-1 or something. Total pass for me. But Mr. Gokster, thanks so much. People are talking about Champions League stuff. I'll take a few minutes right before we end the show to review my thoughts on the Champions League 2:45 start Eastern time games. But thank you so much, Mr. Gokster, for even just one game. You come on. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you again next week.
Cheers, buddy. Be good.
Cheers. Okay. And now
Go ahead
we are
and talk the Champions League, Pete. I want to hear it.
First, we'll just relax. First, we have to talk action, and then is Gorky there?
He will be. He said he'll be there in a
All
minute.
Right, we can
go
talk.
ahead.
I'll tell you what I bet. Now I do the live stuff a lot bigger than my pregame stuff. But what did I do? Oh, I did take the Benfica game first half under 1. I'm not even looking. Don't tell me, but I did take that one first. That might have scored. Benfica, I took that one first half under 1. I like, what am I thinking about here? I took Chelsea first half. I took Chelsea first half. What?
Who are they playing?
Chelsea is playing Barcelona.
Yeah,
So I took a shot with Chelsea first half.
You must have got good plus money with that, right?
No. They're a favorite. Chelsea's a favorite.
Really? Is this in England?
I think, isn't it? Wait, let me see.
It has to be. It has to be in England.
No, Chelsea is a small favorite, and I
wow
took a small shot with that, but draw no bet. I also took a small shot with Newcastle United. Draw no bet, again, very small favorite. But
who are they playing? Sorry, I'm uneducated on the matchups today, Pete.
Wait, I'm sorry. Oh, they're playing Marseille.
Marseille, gotcha.
Marseille, whatever. Let's see.
You got a little French in you, Pete. I can see you're a traveled man.
Yeah. And then I guess that's pretty much it. And
so all that for 2 bets? I thought you had.
Yeah, no, my pregame stuff is I take it easy, take it a little bit, and then I'll ramp up live or halftime. But I'm looking at this. People were talking about the Galatasaray game going over. I agreed with that. I also took it. Don't tell me what happened. I did take a shot with Ajax first half plus a quarter. Don't look at the scores and tell me, because I'm trying to focus on other stuff here.
Okay, so I shouldn't tell you about anything in the games going on right now.
Yes, please do not. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And I also I remember I took also a small shot with the Chelsea game first half under as well. I took that one first half under.
Very interesting. I am a little surprised to hear that Chelsea is favored in that game, but I guess they're at home, so
yeah, very modest favorite, and so all right.
Did you move on any of the action tomorrow? I assume not for tomorrow.
No, not yet. Not as far as what that is concerned. All right, so and Mandingo 609 likes Napoli and Karabag, both teams to score at minus 110.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I can't believe that's minus 110. I'm shocked to hear that Karabag getting a goal would be.
I mean, that game has overwritten all over it. So I wouldn't necessarily disagree with that. That's a tough one. I almost took a shot with Napoli team total over 2.5 at plus money, but I didn't. But I thought about it.
Yeah, our guy, shout out to Alex Classic and Flash. They do a great job as always talking about soccer. I think about them when I cap soccer all the time, and I just think Alex Classic there. Both teams score over 2.5 goals, so you can get some good plus money on that, I'm sure.
Yeah. And I did some stuff with English in Brazil. I took Grêmio first half, a little bit, draw no bet first half, draw no bet, and I took the Flamengo game first half under 1 as well. All right, that's it. Let's move into what are you doing now? College football.
Yeah, we're talking a little action, and our guest is ready.
Okay, everyone, please welcome to the show our guest, whoever the fuck it is. Please let it be Gorky. Please let it be Gorky. Hey, there you go.
Guys, I just want to point something out.
Okay.
We are having trouble being live on YouTube.
What do you mean?
Like we are not live on YouTube. The stream says that there are community guideline violations for some fucking reason, and we are not live right now.
Community guidelines?
Yeah. they're having issues widespread throughout many channels. So that's not really a problem that we have created, because I know other channels are also having similar issues this week.
It must be because I said Harden sucks. Wow. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. It's a fucking joke.
Yeah, well,
No, I just keep rolling like.
Let me ask you this.
Hold on. But
I have a question. Does telling the community guidelines people to go fuck themselves violate community guidelines? That's what I want to know.
I think so.
That's what I want to know.
I think so, but I'm kind of right there with you, dog.
Well, at least there's some people still in the chat watching live here, so we're good.
Are we getting out to the people? That's my only question.
No, we're good right now.
Okay.
We got AOD, we got Fernando Mendoza, we got Justin McKelvey, we got Urban Pope. What more do we need? Well,
good. We're good.
It'd be great to have Troy Torrance and Wine Time Sports on the whole. But all right, we're gonna have a great show with whoever is here.
I'm gonna send you this link so you know what I'm talking about, Jose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, let's get into it here. There's Maction here, and
there is
Maction anyway. So.
There is Maction, and it starts off at 4:30, Jose, or 4 o'clock.
Maybe we violated the community guidelines by covering Bowling Green and UMass, and they would have a good point there.
Wait, we already did that? No, we didn't.
No, we're covering it right now.
That's coming up right now. Yeah.
Bowling Green and UMass is a football game that's going on tonight, and we're going to talk about it, and that is offensive and maybe should be censored.
No, because you take the team total over for Bowling Green, and UMass can go end their season and be the first totally defeated team in college football in God knows how long.
All right, so if for people who don't follow MAC college football, UMass is one of the worst teams historically. I don't know how many years. I mean, this and that. They're awful. People are saying that statistically they're not even a Division I level team this year. They haven't won a game all year. 3-8 against the spread on the year. A lot of these legit winless Division I teams are winless, but they're like 6-5 ATS, something like that. UMass 3-8 ATS on the year. They did get a cover in the last game though, as a huge dog. And Bowling Green is one of those terrible teams that is legitimately a Division I team. They continue to lose 5 straight up in ATS losses. The big question here is Bowling Green going to come in here and try to get a good win? I don't know. That's a big question. Total is, low 45. UMass is, 2 touchdown underdog. Who knows what's going to happen with, the quarterbacks, who's going to play, what the motivation is going to be. I'm sure there's a good bet here for people who somehow know something. But as for me, it's going to be a pass. Gorky, is there anything you like in this one?
For me, I took the team total for Bowling Green over 31.5 at plus 125. It's going to be the first time that they get over this number or anything close to it. Usually they're in the 17, but this team absolutely is dog poo-poo. So they might get 20 in the first half. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, so what? Oh, and wow, look at this. The line is actually moved in UMass's favor. It's now down to 14 or 13.5 market wide. Totals dropped even lower to about 44. I'm sorry. So Gorky, what did you say you like again?
The team total over for Bowling Green plus 125 or 35. I'm not sure right now what number I got, but if you look at my Twitter, you can see for yourself. And I already played it, but it's not something that I'm too worried about because I know you guys get better numbers than me.
Yeah, it's not a bad look. 29.5 or 29 or so, and the UMass team total is
for me. I have to hit 32, Pete. It's 31.5.
Okay, yeah. I mean, who knows? This really is a game where the analytics, take them with a grain of salt because.
But if you can get it at plus money at 29 or 28.5, where 29 cashes, Yeah, go for it. I just like the plus number spot. I wish it was 29.5.
Well, yeah, Justin has UMass plus 15 in his pocket. As of right now, he's beaten the move. It's now down to 13.5 or 14.
Stacks, good luck, brother. I wouldn't play UMass with someone else's money, bro.
Coin likes the under in the game and the Bowling Green team total under. I hope y'all cash if it's possible. I hope every one of you cashes if it's possible. If not, I don't know what to tell you. Total pass for me as far as a bet is concerned. All right, let's move on. The next game is obviously a bigger game. Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan. Western Michigan, if they win, they're in the MAC championship game, right? And they are an impressive team this year. Off two covers, 8-3 ATS on the year. They've just got a really nice makeup. They've got a run-heavy, efficient offense and a very strong defense, which is great, especially when they're up against a top-tier team and getting points, which is not what's happening here. They're giving a bunch of points to Eastern Michigan, who is not bowl eligible. They started off the year kind of crappy, but now they've kind of been rolling 7-4 ATS on the year, 7-2 ATS in their last 9, and now they're at home getting more than a touchdown. So, I don't know. And the question here is just basically two factors. Western Michigan, again, very, very efficient and effective run-heavy offense, and that fits in perfectly with Eastern Michigan's weakness on defense. They're particularly bad against the run. So the question is, how dominant will Western Michigan's run game be? And then Eastern Michigan has a decent, not awesome, but a decent offense going up against a legit MAC, excellent top-tier defense in Western Michigan. So how much will Eastern Michigan be able to do on offense, and how dominant will Western Michigan's run game be? And if you can answer those questions, then you can probably find one or more winning bets here. Eastern Michigan is getting a big number here against Western Michigan. What do you think, Gorky?
It's let's see this one. This is a total pass for me, Pete. But if I had to pick, you go with the favorites. It's Mac, and there's a reason why they're favorites, and everybody here has pretty much the same record. So you go with where the plus money takes you.
And now everyone copy and paste Kong's Clips' opinion here. He says, best bet of the week, Texas Tech first quarter, first half. I'm going to copy and paste it and read it more carefully later on, and then almost certainly tail it. Thank you so much, Kong's Clips. Ronnie Lofton likes the first half over 23.5 in this one. Okay. It makes, I don't really know. I mean, Western Michigan's run offense should be good here. Question is just how good and how much will they be able to shut down Eastern Michigan? Not exactly sure. The total's gone up a little bit. It's now up to 47.5 or 48. So far, a market move to the over. No move on the side also either. No more on the side. So I'm thinking maybe a pass for me.
And we are back live on YouTube, by the way, Pete. I was able to hit the like button, but everybody else, hit the like button because we got to work our way back up. It was at like 45 seconds ago when I hit the like button.
Community guidelines, people. I'm sorry if I said anything offensive while we were off. You don't
have to be sorry. It's AI bullshit.
Yeah. No. MMA Locker Room Millsy. One day people ran on my play. Yes, I did. MMA. Oh, Brock Lowry, TD and over 86 rushing yards. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That does make sense. It's just
listen. Western Michigan is still in contention to go to the MAC championship, right?
Oh, if they win, they're in. Yeah.
So they have a spot here where they need to, drive the nail through the neck of this Eastern Michigan side.
Yeah, I mean, Brock Lowry is, the quarterback. And, of course, again, Eastern Michigan very, very vulnerable to the run. And it's just what kind of offensive game plan will Western Michigan employ? And I just have no idea. But MMA Locker Room Millsy likes Lowry to score a touchdown. It's probably good. And over 86.
That Lowry kid is pretty good. Is pretty good for MAC standards. Is really good.
Western Michigan is already in, right? No, for the MAC championship game, I think they need to win, and if they lose, I'm not sure if they're eliminated. I think they probably, if they win, they're in.
If they win,
I'm
they're in, and if not, then it's a whole juggernaut of possibilities. Still, and who are they playing? Do we know the opponent? Like, is there one team that's already in or no?
I'm not sure. I can look that up, but
like Ohio is not in yet,
yeah.
right?
I'm not sure. I'll have to refresh my have to look it up again. And
I think yesterday, not yesterday, but last week it was Miami of Ohio needed to win to keep their hopes alive, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they obviously did not. And yeah.
All right. And the last game, one more game that Gorky wants to talk about is the big one. Now, I'm interested to see what he chose this one, the big Vanderbilt Tennessee game. Of course, this is a rivalry game.
I actually have a few more because two more. I have two more parlays, but I can just talk about them without graphics. It's okay. On this game for me.
Wait, let me set it up. Let me just set it up a little bit. Normally Tennessee is a huge favorite, and because it's a big rivalry game, Vanderbilt, who normally sucks, is sometimes a good bet getting 30.5 or whatever the lines would be. Now, of course, great year for Vanderbilt off a blowout home win against Kentucky. They've been great ATS all year long, and the last line I saw was Vanderbilt getting only 2.5 against Tennessee, high total 65.5. And Florida, they got a big win. Tennessee got a big win against Florida last week, a big margin cover there. But before that, they had not been good. ATS most of the year, 1-6 ATS the 7 games before the Florida game. I don't know. Do you have the balls to give Vandy getting only 2.5 against Tennessee, Gorky?
I have the balls to take Vanderbilt money line. They go in there with what I think is the better quarterback, so that's for sure. The only problem is maybe the Vanderbilt defense is too small, but Diego Pavia is a dog, and I believe in him in this spot. They came back from like 21 down against Texas to make it like a 1 or 2 point game. If you had the 2.5, I believe you covered. Okay, so I had the money line against Texas as well in Austin. So this is a battle for the state of Tennessee. I believe that this is a game that Vanderbilt wins in this spot just based on the fact that I believe they have the better quarterback. This guy Aguilar is completely overrated and in over his head, in my opinion. In the SEC, he came from Appalachian State. That's a huge jump. Diego Pavia brought himself up from the mud as well, but he was a dog in New Mexico when he was playing there, and he showed with his results. This kid beat Auburn as a New Mexico player, or New Mexico State, was it? I think it was New Mexico State, actually, which makes it even more impressive.
Yeah. Listen, Vanderbilt has been a great bet all year long, and I made a lot of bad calls in college football, but I'm proud to say that I was on that train pretty early. I wasn't on them last week against Kentucky. I just got spooked because it seemed so obvious, but they rolled. And again, go ahead.
I don't like Vanderbilt when they're huge favorites. Like against Kentucky, in my opinion, and like in everybody's opinion, it should be that they're going to be huge favorites. And they're laying 10 points with Vanderbilt is insane. Yeah. But taking them on the money line when they're the dog and maybe the better side, I like to take my chances because I'm the type of player that takes Nebraska, BYU in these high money spots, and this is another one.
Oh, okay. I'm seeing there's halftime stuff here at hey Gorky, do you mind if I look at the 2 halftime Champions League games games, and
Not at all. Let's go.
And you just talk about your parlays. Let us know what they are, and I'm not really going to be listening too close. I'm just going to be looking at these two games.
Not a problem. Not a problem, brother. Guys, for my parlays, I'm gonna go Friday. We're gonna go to the SEC. We're gonna go Ole Miss, and we're gonna go Texas A&M. Parlay those two, get plus 110, and take it to the bank. I think that's the luck of the century. Even though both of them are road spots, but both favorites really have edges against their opponents, and they both are playing for something more in terms of their seasons. So even though they're in the playoffs, you never want to lose. This is college football. There's no such thing as a guarantee.
Okay, we have an official play. We have an official play here.
Yes.
We're going to take Galatasaray Istanbul over and USG over 1.5 minus 107.
USG?
What?
USG? Which team is this?
Union Saint-Gilloise.
Okay. Belgium.
Union Saint-Gilloise.
Belgium.
Union Saint-Gilloise.
I would. Is Galatasaray is a big favorite?
They are. Yes, they were a yeah, not a massive favorite, but a pretty big favorite going up against, I don't know who the fuck Union Saint-Gilloise.
Okay, well,
yeah, Union Saint-Gilloise. That's who they're playing. That's who they're playing. I'm taking the and I'll post it in
It's a Belgium first division team.
I'm posting in the Discord later, but it's official because I'm announcing it here and I'm taking it over, and yeah. Yes.
These games kick off at 3:45, right?
And I did 12:45 Eastern. And look, okay, so my Ajax, I had Ajax first half, which lost. I had the first half under, which pushed, but I also had USG first half, and that one cashed. So, plus a half goal. So I'll have to add it all up. But okay.
Can I teach you to say Ajax?
Ajax?
Yes.
No, where I come from, Ajax. That's where you fucking clean your bathroom, right? You got any Ajax?
Okay. All right.
Did you buy? I told you to buy Ajax at the supermarket. Well, I forgot. All right. Well, don't forget next time. I'll run out and get some Ajax right now.
Okay.
Right.
So
Gorky, what's your other parlay?
My other parlay, dog, is let me gather myself here. Washington, Oregon, and Ohio State on the three-way in the regulation at plus 115. And I think that Ryan Day finally gets his head on straight and wins for the first time in what feels to be like half a century against Michigan.
I can already hear it now, Gorky. I can hear you yelling about Ryan Day if that game is close.
Bro, I have yelled every year for the last 4. They went a whole generation of great players, like ones that even became national champions. They never got gold pens.
That is true.
That is nuts.
That is true. Gorky, did you have anything else you wanted to share with us here?
No, not really, sir. I will go back to watch my EuroLeague action. Yeah.
I wish you luck with the EuroLeague, Gorky. Anything else you want to plug?
Just Pub Sports Radio, baby, because that's where it's at. Always tune into Pub Sports Radio because together we support each other through this and we make intelligent sports betting decisions.
There, I'm gonna fucking print that out and put that on my wall. Gorky, can I ask you a quick question? There's
Let's
2 more EuroLeague games coming up later on. Do you have anything in either of those?
Yes, sir, I do.
What?
Which ones? Ask me.
Well, there's Panathinaikos against Partizan Belgrade, and then there's Valencia against Bayern Munich.
Yeah, Valencia smashes Bayern Munich, and Panathinaikos picks their number against Partizan.
Okay, two big favorites there. Okay. I'll be looking at those games closely, and then tomorrow there's a whole bunch of there's 4 EuroLeague basketball games.
I'm on both of those. I'm on 2 spots there, Pete.
Okay, I will look for those and I will monitor them. My favorite thing to do is if Gorky likes something and that team happens to go down early, I live bet it. Love it. All right.
You would have cashed today with Dubai, Pete. They went down by 17 and then won outright on the money line.
God, it's just there's so much shit going on. Soccer, college basketball,
I
everything.
know, it's crazy.
I got to prioritize though. You've got to be number one though.
If I don't see you on screen, Pete, happy Thanksgiving, brother, and I hope you find some time to hang out with us on Thursday when Jimmy and I and the crew will be going from Canada the whole day.
I'm going to try to make that happen. I'll try to make that happen. Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much, Gorky. All right. That wraps it up for the show. As far as official plays, I gave the Galatasaray live over a 1.5 minus 1.
I told you, by the way.
Okay.
I'm on with you. Just to give you some AIPP or whatever it is.
It's just, I mean, I'm giving them at putting them in the Discord, and overall it's nice, plus 6 or 7% ROI or whatever, but they're, runs of like 4 or 5 losses in a row. I'm like, oh Jesus, but we'll see how it goes. I gave 2 official NBA plays: Orlando, Philly, first half over 117.5 minus 118, and then Clippers, Lakers. If the first half is under 112, I'll take I'll take whatever second half over line I bet, and then I'll post that in the Discord, and that'll be an official play. And if the first half is over 112 or over, then no play for me. And college basketball, a whole bunch of stuff going on here, but I didn't give anything official, and I guess it's just too chaotic right now to. You want me to just take 3 minutes and scan over the thing and see if there's anything I want to shout out and make official, Jose Bouquett?
Sure. I bet the over 1.5 at minus 123.
Where? Wait, where? Wait, what?
Yes, wow. Minus 123 for over 1.5. What did you get?
107. How much juice are you?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, I mean, I'm using. Am I allowed to mention the books or?
Sure, go ahead.
I am.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll give you the initial. The initials are BM.
Sure.
So they have 18-cent spreads. You're probably using like a 40-cent spread book, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I was just using what my locals giving me here.
Yeah, that would explain it. That would explain But
fuck there. But yeah, I got minus 123 on that one. So at least you feel better about that bet. So okay. Let's ride together, Pete.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. Let me just scan over the whole thing, see if there's anything. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these games, there were no overnight lines, and I didn't have a chance to look into them too deeply. But yeah, the St. John's Baylor. See, now look at this, Jose Bouquett. St. John's Baylor 162 and now it's down to 160.5. Why would that be?
I mean, St. John's, like we always talk about, can't fucking shoot, right?
Is that true? I thought they could shoot okay. I'm just picking out some of the Drexel and Morgan State. I like the over 150. That's at 144. Maybe I should give that one. Yeah, here I'm looking at all these games. If there's anything in the comments section that is
by the way, 56% of the bets on the under, 82% of the money on the under in that Baylor St. John's game.
Gosh, wow. But you remember last week I was like, or maybe it was, I think it was the Rhode Island Yale game. I was like, I like the over, and it crashed like 8 points from what I liked and bet or whatever, and it sailed over. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that these line moves, and then also the Bakersfield Florida State game. I like the over at 159. Now it's down to 157.5. Why would that be going like that?
That's a good one. You said Bakersfield for that one?
And Florida State, yeah.
I've got no information on that one here. And by the way, Pete, I have 162 was the opener for St. John's and Baylor.
Yeah.
So very interesting. 162.5 going down to 160.
Yeah. I just don't get it. Why is Baylor going to D up, or either of these teams going to D up? I'm just not should I go for it? Should I give
you gonna take the over, Pete?
I don't know, man.
We're gonna put your balls on the table?
Yeah. And then kind of like
St. John's went from a 4.5 to a 2 or to a 4.5 to 6.5 there. As well, just for everyone's knowledge there. 4.5 to 6.5 point favorites. Derek Parra, by the way, saying Barcelona money line Pete plus 200. He does have a picture of Messi as his screen name. It's nice to see you, Derek. But Pete's on the other side of you in that first half.
Just in the first half, though. Yeah. And of course, I could be completely wrong. All right.
I was shocked to see that line too, Derek. But good luck.
Let me see. All right, I'll give. I don't know, man. I'll give. Oh man, I get San Diego and Cal Baptist. I bet that at like 70.5. Now it's 69.5. All right, I'll give. Where are these lines? There's too many games here. Sorry. All right, I'll give San Diego and Cal Baptist first half under 69.5. I'll make that an official play. I can add that one on. Let's see. Let me just Baptist, San Diego first half under 69.5 minus 110. I'll make that official.
And you guys see that record. You guys see that record right now.
Yeah, that was just one. Yeah, it was just the small
combined up 16.5 units on this show. Come on.
I this friggin' St. John's game, I just don't get it. It's like I want to do like a few seconds of like last minute capping here. I don't know. Or is anyone in the comments section saying anything about anything, Jose Bouquett?
Justin McKelvey saying St. John's can shoot. Justin 2000 saying NC State minus 6.5 is his play of the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's about it so far here. Let me know in the chat what you guys are on in the college basketball today here as well. But that's it thus far. But again, let us know if you guys are on anything.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna. I don't know, man. This is just it's just pretty wacky, man. All right. I'll make St. John's Baylor first half over an official play. I'll take the 76 minus 121. I'll take that one. Baylor, St. John's, first half over, 76 minus 121. I'll make that an official play. Let me just
our guy Justin McKelvey bet Vermont today plus 4.5.
And Spoons bets also like in Vermont.
Might have to bet Vermont today.
Yeah, perhaps that's the way to go. Okay, so I took that St. John's Baylor first half over 76 minus 121. And I'm feeling the same way about this Florida State game. I just don't understand why it's headed down. Florida State is, playing a very, very high-paced game, successfully somewhat, I think. I don't see why this would be. They're at home, Bakersfield's going to get blown out. They'll probably be like, fuck it, let's just get blown out and have some fun while we're doing it,
Well, I just pulled up our soccer game and we just kicked off for the second half.
Okay.
Against what Galatasaray against who, Pete?
Galatasaray. Hold on one second here.
Your pronunciation is just really good. I just need to hear it again.
Yeah. Oh, against Royal Sanguilua.
Exactly.
It's Songilua. Royal Sanguilua.
I think they speak French in Belgium, so I think you're right on. You're right on.
Gilwa. Geelwa. Gilwa. All right. I guess I'll hold off on this Florida State over, but I'll make those two picks official. There you go. Baptist San Diego, first half under 69.5, minus 110. Baylor St. John's, first half over 76, minus 121. Two official plays. And again, Spoons bets like in Iowa State after the move. The move is because of an injury. Spoons bets and Justin McKelvey like in Vermont plus the points. Spoons bets like in St. Bonaventure plus the points against UNC. He got 12.5. It's now down to 10.5. Spoons bets going up against Billy Brisbane like in Utah Valley, and a few other stuff that he posts in the comment section. All right, very nice show, Jose Bouquett. I think we can wrap it up, right?
Yeah. What are your Thanksgiving plans, Pete? What are you going to do? You going to join us for the live streams? What are you doing?
Yeah, capping, betting, live streaming, managing whatever needs to be managed. Look at this. And Justin 2008 says, yeah, see, that's not Justin McKelvey. NC State minus 6.5, play of the day. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Shout out to AOD. Fine. Huge shout out to AOD. Thank you. Love your comments. Your comments uplift me every friggin' show. AOD. And on that note, we'll wrap it up. We'll see you next Tuesday.